Alright, action, yeah. Nestled into my hammock here, the Blackbird with the extra wide hammock gear incubator bottom quilt. I'm going to do some videos on it because when I talked to Tad from Hammock Gear, he's like, well, we made some wider for people, we just haven't heard much back. And I say I really like it. I'm kind of in position, like I've gotten the lay perfect on this hammock, and I had a great rest. It comes up and it nestles over my shoulder, and it nestles over my feet down there. Like it comes up and over my foot a little bit. One of the issues I had with the Superior Gear hammock was the hem along the hammock, or like the buttons or zipper or whatever is, it's slightly above the insulation, so my feet get pushing against this part, and I get a cold spot there. And well, it might not make, it's maybe hovering a little above freezing right now, but when it's like really cold far below freezing, that's real noticeable. And like with the bottom quilt, you can kind of tug it over your shoulder, make sure it's over your feet, and so on. But when I'm tucked into that, that comes up over. And I was also able to build this quilt, this Hammock Gear incubator, a little longer. I was able to order the extra large size, and I asked Hammock Gear, hey, can you make it wider? Heck, I was going for the full 7.5 or 10 inches. They're like, well, we can get it about 5 inches wider. You know, we can put an extra baffle on it for you. And with this Blackbird hammock, that's worked out really well because it has such a diagonal lay. It's probably hard to see from the, if I went way up with the phone, you might see it. Like it kicks you real diagonal. And you have to have a quilt kind of big enough to kind of twist with the hammock. I was getting the smaller Hammock Gear incubator that I had made as like a prototype, real close, but I just, maybe for the summer. So yeah, it's superb. It's certainly not as lightweight as like a Superior Gear hammock, where it's all, Superior Gear is the one that has all the insulation sewn to the hammock, like the hammock is the bottom quilt. Like just this bottom quilt alone has almost the same weight as my Superior Gear. This is a 10 hammock, 10 Fahrenheit, and the Superior Gear is a 0. Another thing I like about this Hammock Gear incubator is, I believe it's like more of a box-shaped baffle. You know, like those are actual boxes, those baffles. They're not, you know, it's not like sewn through or anything. And I'm just not sure. There's other ones out there, I'm just not sure. I know at some point the Superior Gear doesn't sew through all the channels. It has more box, I think. You'd have to ask about that stuff, whoever you buy your product. I kind of wish I got black or orange, or I really like the classic green with the orange on the inside. It was a tough call. I had stuff in, it was a sale, and I had stuff in my cart for a long time, like 5 or 6 of them. I wanted the Harvester Dark. There's some cool looking camel colors that just got sold out. Whatever. Have to build another quilt. Well, I'm kind of working the bugs out. That's another thing I'm glad about the Hammock Gear. They have pretty affordable prices, so if you're like me, you can get like the not so premium down and all this and that in it if you're not sure what you're doing. Or if you're just on a budget and you're like, I don't need the 1,000 filled down or whatever, the 850 is fine. You got some other choices. And I get the thicker materials. I don't mind the heavier material. It's going to block the lighter materials, like these premium lightweight things. They're lightweight, but are they as strong? Ultimately, from everybody I heard, they're not quite as strong, and I like to block the wind and everything, but I get talking too much. I had a pretty good lay in this. It's a Blackbird XLC hammock. That's an 11-foot Warbonnet hammock. You get the Traveler, the Eldorado, and then the Blackbird like I'm in. And no pad or anything, just I've been using the Magma sleeping bag. I like it. I don't smell any goose down or anything around where I was breathing. You could see droplets of water on it from condensation being out here underneath Mother Earth's atmosphere, and it doesn't soak through the Pertex very easy. I would love to get a quilt kind of to match the whole. I'm trying to figure that out. Do I get synthetic? Do I get the pad kit? I like being able to go to the ground and zip up. That's why I've got the sleeping bag, and it's hard to beat. I'm really toasty in here. It's like zipping up in the sleeping bag is hard to beat, but I don't know. For most of the summer, or most of the season, you're fine in the quilt. Then you get this coming up here. You're pretty much blocked when you toss and turn, but I'm talking too much. Oh yeah. 2024.